Independence Day wasn't just a film. It was a declaration, a vision of apocalypse painted across summer skies. Behind the explosions and heroism, a secret war raged between spectacle and soul, terror and triumph. Cities burned. Presidents flew. The world held its breath. And the real battle? It happened before a single frame was shot. These are 20 strange, haunting, and untold facts about Independence Day, a blockbuster born from dreams of doom that taught Hollywood how to destroy the world. Before it became Independence Day, it was called Doomsday. Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich wrote it on a dare after seeing a poster for Stargate. What if aliens really invaded? They asked. What if it looked real? The answer would reshape cinema. The legend began not with a script, but with a question whispered in fear. The White House explosion wasn't CGI wizardry. It was a miniature, 15 feet tall, built with obsessive detail. They filled it with tiny furniture, presidential portraits, chandeliers. Then they obliterated it with pyrotechnics. One take, one building. Gone forever. That's not special effects. That's sacrifice for spectacle. 3. Will Smith wasn't the first choice. The studio wanted someone safer, a proven action star. But Emmerich saw something else. Charisma that could carry catastrophe with a smile. Fox resisted. Emmerich insisted. One casting decision changed everything. Sometimes legends are born from stubbornness, not strategy. The movie's most iconic line, "Welcome to Earth," wasn't in the script. Will Smith improvised it after punching the alien. Director loved it. Editors kept it. One spontaneous moment became the heartbeat of defiance. Poetry doesn't always come from writers. Sometimes it erupts from actors in the moment. Bill Pullman's President Whitmore almost didn't give that speech. The scene was written differently, shorter, colder, more political. On the day of shooting, Pullman rewrote it with Emmerich. They added the tremor in his voice. The pause before Independence Day. What was bureaucratic became biblical. A president became a prophet because an actor believed. As the film's budget was $75 million. Massive for 1996, but nothing compared to what it would earn. $817 million worldwide. It didn't just succeed. It dominated. Fox had gambled on apocalypse. The apocalypse paid dividends. Judd Hirsch's character, Julius Levinson, was pure heart in a film of spectacle. The father searching for his son through chaos. Emmerich gave him the film's soul, worry, humor, desperate love. While cities burned, a dad drove an RV across America. Humanity's smallness became its strength. Every epic needs someone to remind us what we're fighting for. 8. The alien design was nightmare fuel, but it came from nature. Artists studied insects, mantises, beetles, creatures that felt wrong. They wanted something beautiful and horrifying, biomechanical, ancient, intelligent. When the alien opens its eyes in the lab, that wasn't CGI. That was animatronics and dread, given form. 9. Jeff Goldblum's David Levinson was written as the reluctant genius, divorced, bitter, brilliant. But Goldblum made him human, stammering through Armageddon with a laptop and hope. The man who saves the world with a computer virus? He wasn't a warrior. He was a problem solver in glasses. That made him real. That made him us. 10. Area 51 wasn't just a location. It was mythology made manifest. For decades, conspiracy theorists whispered about aliens in the desert. Independence Day said, "You were right." That validation, making paranoia prophecy, electrified audiences. Fiction felt like revelation. The government's secrets became our ammunition. 11. Randy Quaid's Russell Cass was the film's broken soul. An abductee, a drunk, a joke, until he wasn't. His sacrifice, flying into the alien ship, was redemption written in fire. Hello, boys. I'm back! A man mocked by the world became its savior. Tragedy turned to triumph in 30 seconds, when the film shot in brutal conditions. Desert heat, night shoots, explosions that went wrong. One pyrotechnic blast sent debris into the crew. Minor injuries, major fear. But they kept filming, because spectacle demands suffering. Because beauty costs blood and sweat. 13. The alien ships weren't spaceships. They were cities. 15 miles wide, hovering nightmares. The shadow they cast? That was inspired by Close Encounters, but weaponized. Where Spielberg showed wonder, Emmerich showed doom. Light from above stopped being divine. It became death's arrival. 14. Brent Spiner's Dr. Okun was comic relief, until he wasn't. The scientist who loved his captive aliens, who sang to them, who studied them. Then the alien wakes, possesses him, speaks through him. Peace? No peace. Comedy became horror in one grotesque moment. Even laughter has teeth in this film. 15. Cinematographer Carl Walter Lindenlaub painted with destruction. Fire against blue sky. Smoke over monuments. Every explosion framed like a Renaissance painting. The burning oil fields. The crumbling cities. Apocalypse as art. Death never looked so beautiful. Or so terrible. 16. The dogfights weren't just action. They were mythology. Humans in F-18s versus alien fighters. David versus Goliath, rewritten with jet fuel. Every missile, every evasion, every last-second save. This was Star Wars brought to Earth. George Lucas planted the seed. Emmerich made it real. 17. Critics were divided. Some called it shallow, jingoistic, too loud. Others saw what it truly was. A disaster film disguised as hope. Pure spectacle, they said, as if that were a sin. But spectacle is cinema's ancient language, and Independence Day spoke it fluently, without apology. The film became a cultural phenomenon. Released July 3, 1996, the day before America's birthday. Audiences lined up around blocks. Theaters sold out for weeks. It wasn't just a movie. It was a moment. An event that proved summer blockbusters could be myths, modern, loud, necessary. 19. Representation mattered, even in destruction. The president was a fighter pilot. The hero was black. The genius was Jewish. A drunk became a martyr. A gay couple survived together. In a film about humanity's extinction, everyone fought back. That wasn't politics. That was truth. The world ends for all of us, so we all get to save it. 20. You can see Independence Day's fingerprints everywhere now, from the Avengers to Battle, Los Angeles. Its template, global threat, diverse heroes, massive destruction, hope rekindled. It taught Hollywood that apocalypse could be fun. That doom could be a July 4th fireworks show. The blockbuster blueprint was rewritten in fire and light. 21. Bonus fact. The sequel came 20 years later, Resurgence, 2016. But without Will Smith, without the lightning-in-a-bottle magic, it felt like an echo, a ghost of the original's power. Some legends can't be resurrected. Some fires burn once and leave only ash and memory. 2. Final fact. Independence Day didn't just show us the end of the world. It showed us how we'd face it, with courage, with humor, with impossible hope. It proved that disaster could be cathartic, that watching everything burn could somehow feel like freedom. The myth endures, because we all want to believe that when the ships arrive, we'll look up at the fire and punch back. Independence Day was born from ambition, forged in fire, and crowned in box office glory. 2 filmmakers, 1 vision, endless explosions. It didn't just entertain, it transformed what summer cinema could be. If this legend still haunts your July nights, tell us which blockbuster myth we should resurrect next.